Oop, missed ya.
All right. I got
You missed
no.
me.
I missed you. Oh, Merry Christmas, sir.
Bah,
Oops.
Christmas. Humbug. Be gone with you, or I'll report you to the authorities for assault on a gentleman.
Hey, do you know who that is?
No?
Why, that's Charles Dickens, the writer.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Mr. Dickens.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry humbug.
Oh, yes, that's Charles Dickens. He wrote Oliver Twist. Merry Christmas, Mr.
Oh, Merry
Dickens.
Christmas, Mr. Dickens.
A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Scene 1. Marley's Ghost. Marley was dead to begin with. There is no doubt about that. The register of his burial was signed by the clergyman, the clerk, the undertaker, and the chief mourner, Ebenezer Scrooge, signed it. There is no doubt that Marley was dead as a doornail. This must be distinctly understood, or nothing wonderful can come of the story I am going to tell you. You will therefore permit me to repeat emphatically, Marley was as dead as a doornail.
Sorry, sir.
Bah!
Ebenezer Scrooge. Did he know that Marley was dead? Of course he did. They had been business partners for I don't know how many years. The firm was known as Scrooge and Marley. Scrooge never painted out old Marley's name, and there stood the sign, years afterwards, above the counting house door.
Mr. Cratchit. So, I catch you putting coal in the furnace once again. I predict it will be necessary for you and I to part company and you to seek employment elsewhere.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. It won't happen again, sir.
Oh, he was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone, that old Scrooge. A squeezing, wrenching, grasping, clutching, covetous old sinner. He carried his own low temperature with him everywhere he went. He iced his office in the summer and didn't thaw it 1 degree at Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Ah, humbug.
Christmas a humbug, Uncle? I hope that's meant as a joke.
Well, it's not. What is it you want? Come on, don't waste all day, nephew.
I only want to wish you a Merry Christmas, Uncle. Don't be cross.
What else can I be when I live in such a world of fools? Merry Christmas. Out with Merry Christmas. What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older, but not an hour richer? If I could work my will, every foolish person who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Now, nephew, keep Christmas in your own way. Let me keep it in mine.
But you don't keep it.
Oh, well, then leave it alone. Much good may it do you. Much good has it ever done you.
Well, there are many things from which I have benefited, even if they didn't show a profit, I dare say. Christmas being one. And though it has never put a scrap of gold in my pocket, I believe it has done me good and will do me good, and I say God bless it.
Hear, hear.
Let Me here. Another sound from you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your job. You are quite a powerful speaker, my dear. I wonder if you'll go into politics.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
No, I'll dine alone, thank you.
But why?
Why? Why did you get married?
Why? Because I fell in love with a wonderful girl.
And I with solitude. Good afternoon.
Nay, Uncle, but you never came to see me before I was married. Why give it a reason for not coming now?
Good afternoon.
I am sorry with all my heart to find you so determined, but I have made the attempt to respect Christmas, and I'll keep that good spirit to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Oh, good afternoon.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Cratchit.
Oh, and to you, sir. Merry Christmas.
There's another lunatic. My clock with 15 shillings a week and wife and children talking about Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago this very night. What is it you want?
I have no doubt that Mr. Marley's generosity is the same as yours.
Generosity. What is it you want?
At this festive time of year,
It's winter and cold.
Yes, it is, and the more reason for our visit. At this time of year, it is more than usually desirable to make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly from the cold.
Many thousands are in want of common necessities, sir. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common comforts.
Are there no prisons?
Many, sir.
And the workhouse, it is still operational.
It is. I wish I could say it is not.
Oh, the poor law is still in full vigor then.
yes, sir.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. From what you said, I was afraid someone had stopped its operation.
Well, they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind and body to the poor. A few of us are endeavoring to raise funds to buy the poor some meat and drink and means of warmth. We chose this time because it is a time of all others, when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
What shall we put you down for, sir?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to remain anonymous.
I wish to be left alone. I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry, but I help support the poorhouse and the prisons. They cost enough, and those who are poorly off must go there.
Many can't go there, and many would surely die.
Oh, well, if they would rather die, they'd better do it to decrease the surplus population. Besides, it's not any of my business.
You might make it your business.
It is enough. for one man to understand his own business and not to interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon.
Mr. Scrooge, you are a creature of such relentless thrift that even the moths in your wallet despair for nourishment. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Cratchit.
God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay.
Out! 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 Be off with you! Out! Ah, humbug! Humbug! Humbug!
It's time, sir.
Oh, very well. Very well, you may go. You'll want all day off tomorrow, I suppose.
If it's convenient, sir.
It's not convenient. And it's not fair. If I was to hold back half a crown from your wages, you'd think yourself ill-used. And yet, you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wages for no work?
It's only once a year, sir.
Poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. I suppose you must have the whole day. We'll be here all the earlier the next morning.
Indeed, sir. Indeed, I will.
Then off. Off.
Oh, and Merry Christmas, sir.
Bah!
Father,
Hello, my dear son.
Father, I've been waiting for you.
Let's go by Cornhill and watch the children play. Someday you'll be strong enough to play with them.
I feel that I'm getting stronger every day.
And do you know what tomorrow is?
Christmas.
And I have the whole day off to celebrate with my family.
Hurrah for Christmas.
Scrooge left his office and took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern, and having read all the newspapers, was enthralled with his bank book for the rest of the evening. Then he went home to bed. He lived in chambers which had once belonged to his deceased partner, Jacob Marley. They were a gloomy suite of rooms, old enough now and dreary enough, for nobody lived in them but Scrooge. Now, it is a fact that Scrooge had not thought of Marley at all since the mention of him earlier that afternoon. Yet Scrooge, having his key in the lock of the door, saw in the knocker not a knocker, but Marley's face. And then it was a knocker again. To say he was not startled would be untrue. And indeed, he double locked himself in, which was not his custom. After he satisfied himself, there was nobody under the bed and nobody in the closet. He readied himself for bed.
Scrooge. Scrooge. Ebenezer Scrooge.
Humbug. No, it's all humbug. It's all humbug. It's all humbug. No, it's humbug still. I won't believe this. I won't believe this. What do you want of me?
Much.
Who are you?
Better yet, ask me who I was. was.
Who were you then?
In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley.
Oh, he's dead.
7 years this night, Ebenezer Scrooge.
Why? Why do you come here?
I must. It is commanded me. I must wander the world and see what I can no longer share, what I would not share when I walked where you do.
And wander fettered thus?
The chains? Look at it, Ebenezer. Study it. Links I forged each day when I sat in these rooms. Greed, Ebenezer Scrooge, wealth. Feel them now. Know them. Your chain was this steady 7 years ago. Yours is a ponderous chain.
Oh, Jacob. Jacob Marley, speak comfort to me, Jacob.
I have none to give, Ebenezer Scrooge. I know not how you see me this night. I did not ask it. I am commanded to bring you a chance, Ebenezer. Take heed so that you have the hope of escaping my fate.
Oh, I will, I will. Oh, thank you. You always were a good friend to me, Jacob.
You will be visited by 3 spirits.
Is that the chance and hope you mentioned?
It is.
No, I think I'd rather not.
Then you will walk where I do, burdened by your riches, your greed. Expect the first tomorrow when the bell tolls 1.
Could I take them all at once, Jacob, and have it over with?
Expect the second on the next night at the same hour. The third upon the next night when the last stroke of 12 has ended.
But Jacob, Jacob.
You will see me no more. And for your own sake, remember what is past between us.
Jacob. Jacob. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Ebenezer.
What? What? Ah. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the spirit of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, Ebenezer Scrooge, your past.
May I be so bold as to inquire what business brings you here?
Your welfare, Ebenezer.
Ah, well, I, I'm much obliged, I'm sure, but I can't help thinking that a good night's sleep would be more conducive to that end.
Ebenezer, rise. Rise and walk with me.
No, I am mortal still. I cannot pass through air.
Come, take my hand.
Oh, good heavens! I know this place. I was a boy here. Oh, 1,000 thoughts and hopes and joys and cares long, long forgotten come flooding back to me. I know them. Oh, I know them all. They were the boys I knew in school. Look. Oh, there's Tom and George Jenkins and little Jimmy Little. And hello. 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 Hello.
They cannot see you. They are but
You miss
shadows.
me.
I did.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. See you in a fortnight.
Oh, hey, George, don't eat too much figgy pudding.
I can't get enough. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
They could not see you. They are but shadows, a shadow of what has been. Oh, happy schoolboys, going home for the jolly holidays. The school, however, is not quite deserted. Do you remember?
Yes, I do. I remember.
A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still. Do you know him?
Yes. It is myself, my poor forgotten self as I used to be.
Ali Baba!
Oh, yes, that was it. Ali Baba.
Genie, take me to the gates of Damascus.
Yes, oh, master, and jewels I shall bring you, and gold, and myrrh, and frankincense. Yes.
And they put him down. Do you remember that silly one at the gate of Damascus in his underdrawers? Asleep?
Oh, yes. The genie turned the sultan's groom upside down and stood him on his head. Served him right, I say. Oh.
And remember when we read Robinson Crusoe?
Yes. Oh, and that parrot. Oh, my.
And that parrot, I loved him the best. And Robinson Crusoe sailed around the island,
Yes.
and he thought the parrot said, what did he say?
Robin Crusoe, where have you been? Robin Crusoe, where have you been?
And when Robinson Crusoe saw his parrot in the tree, he knew he hadn't escaped. He was still there, still all alone.
Poor Robinson Crusoe.
Poor Robinson Crusoe.
Poor boy. Poor boy. I wish... No, but it's too late now.
What, Ebenezer? What is too late?
And nothing. There was a boy singing a Christmas carol last night. I should have liked to have given him something. That's all.
Ebenezer!
Fan!
Oh, it's Fan! It's my little sister, Fan!
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home. To bring you home. Yes, home for good. Home forever and ever.
Oh, Fan, but how? Why?
Oh, Ebenezer, Father is so much kinder than he used to be. Home is like heaven now. I was not afraid to ask him once again if you might come home, and he said yes. Come on, or the coach will leave without us.
Oh, little Fan. Poor little Fan. Oh.
Always a delicate creature, but she had a large heart.
So she had. I will not deny it, Spirit.
She died while still a young woman, and she had, as I believe, children?
One child, yes, one boy child.
Ah, yes, your nephew.
Uh, yes, my Fred, my nephew. Well, all of us have that, don't we? Childhoods, the sadness, but we grow and we become masters of ourselves.
Yo ho there! Ebenezer, Dick! No more work tonight! Christmas Eve, Dick! Christmas Eve, Ebenezer! Let's clear away, my lads. Let's make lots of room. Hiley ho, Dick! Cheer up, Ebenezer!
Clear away? There was nothing they wouldn't have cleared away with old Fezziwig looking on. It was done in a minute. Every movable was packed off as if it were dismissed from public life for evermore. The floor was swept and watered, the lamps were trimmed, fuel was heaped upon the fire. The warehouse was as snug and warm and dry, as bright a ballroom as you would desire to see on a winter night.
Oh, why, it's old Fezziwig, bless his heart. It's Fezziwig alive again. And Dick Wilkins, to be sure. Oh, bless me, yes, there he is. He was very much attached to me, was Dick. Poor Dick. Dear, dear.
Well done, my lads. Well done. Oh, look, it's my lovely wife and daughter. Come in, come in.
Oh, what a beautiful table.
So nice.
Belle, Belle, you look so beautiful.
She brought champagne.
John, there's plenty of figgy pudding for everyone.
Figgy pudding! You gotta be crazy! Yum yum! I love it! 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 Oh, that's so good! So good! I hope I save some for everybody else. I'll be very bad.
Oh.
Isn't Fezziwig a remarkable old man? See how everyone loves him.
Just because he gave a small party?
Small.
He spent a few pounds of your mortal money, 3, 4 at most. Is that so much that he deserves this praise?
But it wasn't the money. He had the power to make us happy, to make our service light or burdensome. The happiness he gives is quite as great as if it had cost a fortune. That's what a good master is.
Yes?
No, nothing.
Something, I think.
I should like to be able to say a word or two to my clock just now, that's all.
But this is all in your past. Your clerk Cratchit wouldn't be here.
No, of course not. An idle thought. Are we done?
Nearly.
Oh, heavens. It's Belle. Beautiful Belle.
And yourself, grown now, quite affluent.
I know it matters little to you. Another idol has displaced me, and if it could make you as happy as I would try to do, I have no cause for sorrow.
What idol has replaced you?
A golden one, money.
Now there's a double standard for you. All the world speaks so vehemently against the poverty, yet it condemns the pursuit of wealth just as harshly.
Yes.
You fear the world too much, Ebenezer. You are so afraid of the world's criticism. I have seen all your hopes and dreams for a better world drop away one by one until at last only one passion engrosses you.
And what, pray tell, might that be?
You know what it is, Ebenezer. Gain, profit, gain, and more gain.
What then? Even if I've grown so much wiser in the ways of the world, what then? I'm not changed towards you, am I?
You are changed, Ebenezer. The man I loved and promised to marry was a very different man than you are now.
I was a boy.
We were of one heart then. Now we are of two, and a future together is fraught with misery. I have thought of this long and deeply. That I have thought about this is enough. I'm returning your ring, and I shall release you.
Have I ever sought release from our engagement?
In words, no, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature, in another vision for your life, in everything that once made my love of any worth to you. Ebenezer, tell me, if we had never been promised to each other, would you seek me out and try to win me now? Ah, no.
I think not.
I would gladly think otherwise if I could, heaven knows. But can even I believe that if you were free today, you would choose an orphan like me, with nothing? You who weigh everything by gain, choose me? I think not, and I release you, with a heart full of love for what you once were.
Belle.
You may have pain in this, Ebenezer. The memory of what is past half makes me hope you will. A very brief time, and then you will dismiss this and me as an unprofitable dream. May you be happy in the life you have chosen.
Belle, no, no. Oh, don't let her go, fool! Spirit, remove me from this place. Conduct me home, I beg you. Show me no more. Why do you delight to torture me?
These were the shadows of things that have been. That they are what they are, do not blame me.
I cannot bear it. Remove me, take me back, leave me, haunt me no more.
Awakening in the middle of a prodigious snore, and sitting up in bed to get his thoughts together, Scrooge had no need to be told that the bell was again upon the stroke of one. He felt that something must have wakened him just in the nick of time, for it was time for his second conference with a spirit as foretold by Jacob Marley. He established a sharp lookout all around the bed. He was now prepared for almost anything, but he did not wish to be taken by surprise this time. It made him nervous.
Ho, 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 ho! Come here and know me better, man. I am the spirit of Christmas present. Look upon me. You have never seen the likes of me before.
Never.
Have you never walked with any of my previous brothers, man?
I'm afraid I don't think I have. Do you have many brothers, spirit of Christmas present?
Thousands of them.
Oh, a tremendous family to provide for. Spirit. Last night, I went forth against my will. But tonight, if you have aught to teach me, let me profit by it. Conduct me where you will.
Come. This is your clerk's dwelling. Bob Cratchit lives with his family in these modest rooms.
I just passed the baker's shop on my way home and I could smell the goose cooking. I couldn't wait to get home to start dinner.
Oh, yum! Could you smell all the sage and onion too?
I did. And Peter, look at you. Aren't you splendid in Father's college shirt? So grown up and fashionable.
Mm. And whatever has kept your precious father and Tiny Tim?
They were just behind me coming out of church. I think Father took Tiny Tim for a slide down the ice on Cornhill Street. Have you made the plum cake yet?
Yes, Belinda, it's already on the table.
I love plum cake. Me too.
And where's your sister Martha? She wasn't this late last Christmas.
She's here, Mother.
She's here. Martha, you're here.
I bless my heart alive, my dear. I was worried about you.
There was such a rush at the shop today. Everyone was buying last-minute bonnets for Christmas.
Well, never you mind, my dear, as long as you're here. Just sit down and warm yourself.
Hark the herald angels
I hear Father.
sing.
Hide, Martha. Let's surprise him.
Yes, hide, Martha. Over here, over here.
Why, where's our Martha?
She's not here, Father.
She's not coming.
Not coming? Not coming home on Christmas Day?
I'm here, Father.
Surprise! Surprise!
Merry Christmas, Father.
Well, you did give me a turn. Merry Christmas, my dear.
Martha, I smell the gooses cooking at the baker's shop.
Oh my, that's wonderful. Ours is already on the table. Come look.
And how did Tiny Tim do today at church?
As good as gold and better. Somehow he gets thoughtful, sitting by himself so much, and thinks the strangest things you ever heard. He told me that he hoped the people saw him in church because he was a cripple. He said maybe they would be reminded of who it was that made cripples walk and blind men to see. I really do believe he is growing stronger and hardier, don't you?
Mother, Father, do hurry. Come and eat.
We thank thee, O Lord, for these thy gifts which we are about to receive on this thy birthday, and we especially thank thee for the gift of good health. Amen.
Amen.
Well, let's have a look at this famous goose.
Oh, delicious.
Hurrah! The cake, let's all have some cake.
This is perfect. I do not believe there ever was such a Christmas feast as this. A Merry Christmas to us all, my dears. God bless us.
God bless
everyone.
us.
Bless us.
I never knew Cratchit had a crippled son. Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim lives.
I see a vacant seat in the poor corner and a crutch without an owner, carefully preserved. If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, the child will die.
Oh no, kind spirit, tell me he will be spared.
If these shadows remain unaltered by the future, next Christmas will not find him here. But what of it? If he dies, he had better do it and decrease the surplus population.
Mr. Scrooge. I give you Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I'd give him a piece of my mind to feast upon. And I hope he'd have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children. It's Christmas Day.
Well, it should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, on which one drinks to the health of such an odious, stingy, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. And you know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you, my poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Well, drink to his health for your sake and for the sake of the day, but not for his. Long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and happy, I have no doubt.
They were not a handsome family. They were not well dressed. Their shoes were far from waterproof. Their clothes were scanty. Young Peter might have known the inside of a pawnbroker, but they were happy, grateful, and pleased with one another. They looked happier yet in the spirits bright sparkling. Scrooge had his eye upon them, and especially Tiny Tim, until the last. By this time it was getting dark and snowing pretty heavily. And as Scrooge and Spirit went along the streets, the brightness of the roaring fires in kitchens, parlors, and all sorts of rooms was wonderful. All the children of the house were running out into the snow to meet their married sisters, brothers, cousins, uncles, aunts, and be the first to greet them. And there were groups of handsome girls, all hooded and fur-booted, and all chattering at once, tripping lightly off to some neighbor's house.
Merry
If you had
Merry
judged from the
Christmas.
numbers of people
Merry
on their way
Christmas.
to friendly
Merry
gatherings,
Christmas.
you
Merry
might have thought that
Christmas.
no one was at home to welcome them when they
Merry
got there.
Christmas. Merry
Instead
Christmas.
of every house expecting
Christmas.
company and piling up its fires,
Merry
half
Christmas.
chimney high. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Whose house
Merry
is this
Christmas.
upon which
Merry
you
Christmas.
bestow your generous hand?
Know you not the entranceway to your very own nephew's house? You've been offered its warm hospitality often enough. Take heed, man. Take heed.
He said that Christmas was a humbug. He said that every foolish person who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his head. As I relived, he believed it too.
For shame for him, Fred.
He's a comical old fellow, that's the truth, but not so pleasant as he might be. However, his offenses carry their own punishment, and I will have nothing to say against him.
I'm sure he's very rich. At least you always tell me so.
But his wealth is of no use to him.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any good with his wealth. He doesn't make himself comfortable with it. He hasn't even got the satisfaction of thinking that he will benefit us with it.
I have no patience with him.
Nor I.
Oh, I have. I am sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him if I tried. Who suffers most by his bad nature? Only himself. He won't come and have Christmas dinner with us. What is the result? Well, I guess he doesn't lose much of a dinner.
Oh, indeed. I think he lost a very good dinner.
Here, here.
Oh, well, I am very glad to hear it because I haven't had much faith in our private cooks.
Private cooks, you smarty.
Right.
Since when can we afford
What do you
private
say,
cooks?
Topper?
What? Oh, well, inasmuch as I am the only bachelor present, I don't believe that I have any right to an opinion on this subject.
Do go on, Fred. He never ever finishes what he's about to say. He's so ridiculous.
I was going to say that I mean to invite him every year, whether he likes it or not. I feel sorry for him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but how can he help thinking better of it if he finds me going there year after year, always in good temper, saying, "How are you, Uncle Scrooge?" If it only puts him in mind to give his poor office clerk £50. That is something. Enough now, fine guests. I say let's play a parlor game.
Oh, yes. Let's play yes or no.
Oh, I love this game. I love this game.
How in the world does one play yes or no?
Well, first you. Oh, Fred, you explain it. I have such a fuzzy head when it comes to explanations.
It's a very pretty head, nevertheless. All right, now. I will think of one particular thing, and you must guess what it is by asking questions of me. I can only answer yes or no.
All right, I get it.
Wonderful, Fred. Are you ready?
Wait a minute.
Oh, come on, Fred. Think.
Ready.
Okay. Is it an animal, vegetable, or mineral?
Oh, but she can't.
Yes.
Well, which is it?
He can only answer yes or no.
He can only answer yes or no, silly.
Silly.
Oh,
Is it a vegetable?
No.
Mineral?
No.
well, it must be an animal then. I mean, it's got to be an animal.
He can only answer yes or no.
He can only
He can
answer
only
yes
answer
or
yes
no.
or no.
Yes or no? I mean, is it an animal?
Yes.
It's still her turn.
It's still your turn. You must keep asking questions until you get a no.
Okay. Is it a dead animal?
No.
Oh, I gotta know.
There, it will be all right.
It's your turn, Topper.
Is it a live animal?
Yes.
A savage animal?
No.
A tame animal.
Rather a disagreeable animal.
No, you have to answer yes or no.
Fred, yes or no?
It growls and grunts sometimes.
Oh, you're not playing the game right.
Is it a bear?
No.
Does it live in the country?
No.
Can it be found in London?
Yes.
Can it walk in the streets?
Can it walk in the streets?
Yes.
I got a yes.
Is it sold at the butcher's?
No.
My turn. It's a cat.
Nope.
It's a mouse.
It's a wild boar.
In the streets of London?
It's a mouse. It's a mouse.
Well, what is it?
I'm stumped.
It's a mouse.
Give us a hint.
Okay, it says bah and humbug.
Oh, I know. It's my turn.
What is it, for mercy's sake?
It's your uncle.
Congratulations, Fred.
Congratulations, Fred.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
You should have said yes when I said a bore.
Well, he has given us lots of fun, I'm sure. And I think it would be ungrateful of us not to at least give him a rousing cheer. So I say, hurrah for Uncle Scrooge!
Hip,
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 hurrah
hurrah
to
to
Uncle
Uncle
Scrooge.
Scrooge! And a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the old man, wherever he is. Uncle Scrooge.
Come, sir, we must be on our way.
Oh, must we go? Can't we stay for just a little while? Just one more game, one half hour, Spirit.
My time grows short. We but have till but midnight.
Oh. Forgive me, but what is that sound? Oh, what is that sound? Am I in the presence of the spirit of Christmas yet to come? Spirit, oh, spirit of the future, I fear you most, but I know your purpose is to do me good, and I hope to be another man than what I was. I will bear your company with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on, spirit. Oh, what, 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 I know those men. I know those men.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe. I thought he would never die.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. He hasn't left it to me. I know that. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral. Upon my life, I don't know of anybody to go to it.
Well, I don't mind going if a lunch is provided, but they'll have to feed me first.
Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Tell me, spirit of the future, please, who can this poor wretch be for whom no one is moved to mourn at his death?
And he took a child and set him in the midst of them. And he said to them, whenever you welcome a little child, you welcome me.
this color, this color hurts my eyes. They're better now. The candlelight makes them weak, and I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home. Not for the world. It must be near his time.
Past it, rather. But I think he's walked a little slower than he used to these last few evenings, Mother.
Yes. I've known him to walk with. I've known him to walk with Tiny Tim upon his shoulder, very fast indeed.
And so have I.
Yeah, but he was very light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble. No, no trouble at all. Is that your father now?
I went by the grave today, is why I'm late. I wish you could have been there. It would have done you good to see how green it is, but you'll see it often. I promised him that I would walk there every Sunday to visit him, you see. But guess whom I saw today? Fred Hollowell, Mr. Scrooge's nephew. I met him on the street. He saw that I was a little down, and, well, he is the most pleasant speaking man you ever heard, and so I was not afraid to tell him. And this is what he said to me. I am heartily sorry, Mr. Cratchit, heartily sorry. And he pledged to be of any service he could to us. He even gave me his card and said I should call on him at home. But it's not for the sake of anything he might be able to do for us so much as for his kind way. For that I am thankful. It really seems as if he had known our Tiny Tim and felt with us. And I've got good news for you, Peter.
What is it, Father?
Mr. Hollowell has offered you an apprenticeship. You'll be offered 8 shillings a week starting next Tuesday.
8 shillings? Wow!
Oh, congratulations, Peter.
Oh, Peter, just think soon you'll be keeping company with a young lady and setting up house for yourself.
That will happen soon enough. But however and whenever we are parted from one another, I'm sure none of us will forget our poor Tiny Tim, shall we?
Oh, of course
No,
not. Of
never,
course not.
I'll
Father.
never
Never.
forget him.
Spirit. I know not how, but something informs me that our parting moment is at hand. Please, tell me, tell me, please, what man has died so all alone? The one that was spoken of? But before I draw nearer to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are, are these the shadows of things that will be, or are they the shadows of things that only may be? Oh, a man's course will foreshadow a certain end to which it must lead, but if he departs from that course, the end will change. Say it is so with what you show me. God. Is that my name on that headstone? Oh, no, no, Spirit, no. Hear me. I am no longer the man I was. I will not be that man. Why show me this if I am past all hope? Spirit, tell me I may sponge away the writing on that stone. Assure me that I yet may change these shadows you have shown me. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. Oh, tell me I may sponge away the writing on that stone.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you
Where
a
am I?
Merry
Wait.
Christmas.
Wait,
We
what
wish
day
you a
is
Merry
this?
Christmas. We wish you a
It's
Merry
morning.
Christmas
But what
and a
day?
Happy
What
New
day? How
Year.
long have I been with the spirits? I don't know. But I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm I'm here. I'm here. I don't know what to do. I'm as light as a feather. I'm I'm, I'm happy as an angel. I'm merry as a schoolboy. Oh, there, there, there's where old Marley stood. It's all right. It's all true. It all happened. Uh, I don't know how long I've been gone. I don't know what day it is. I don't know anything. I'm like a baby. I don't care. I'd rather be a baby. Oh, 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 glorious, glorious day. What day is this? What day is this?
What?
What day is today, my fine fellow?
Today? Why, it's Christmas Day.
Ah, it's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. The spirits did it all in one night. Well, of course they did. They can do anything they like. Hello, my fine fellow.
Hello, sir.
Do you know the poultry shop in the next street at the corner?
I should hope I do.
Oh, an intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize goose that was hanging in the window, the big one?
The one that's big as me?
What a delightful boy. Yes, my lad.
um, it's hanging there now.
It is. Go and buy it.
I'll go on.
No, I mean it. Go and buy that goose and take it to number 16 Bayham Street. Here, hold out your hand. Here's for the goose, and here's for yourself. Merry Christmas.
A half a crown? Yes, sir. Woo!
Remarkable boy. My dear sirs, how do you do? How do you do? I hope you were successful yesterday. It was very kind of you. A Merry Christmas to you.
Mr. Scrooge?
Yes, that is my name, and I fear it may not be pleasant to you. Allow me to ask your pardon for my behavior yesterday and for your Christmas fund for the poor. Will you accept?
Lord bless me, my dear Mr. Scrooge. Are you serious?
My word, Mr. Scrooge. Oh.
No, if you please, not a farthing less. A great many back payments are included in that, I assure you.
Oh, my dear sir, what can we say to such generosity?
Oh, don't say anything, please. Just come and see me. Will you come and see me?
Of course we will.
We will indeed. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. I am much obliged to you. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ooh. This is one fine goose, it is. Perfect. Perfect for a Christmas feast. The Cratchits are gonna be pleased as punch. It cost a pretty penny, but I think it's worth it. It's probably the best in all of London. All right, let me think. What was the address Mr. Scrooge told me to deliver it to? Was it number 16, number 16. Where's number 16? Oh, you folks, do you know where the Cratchits live? No? Ugh. All these streets look the same, don't they? Well, I better find the address quick before my arm falls off with this big fat goose. What's got into Mr. Scrooge anyway? A big fat goose like this, and from him of all people? He must have got hit in the head or something. I don't know. Well, guess I need to find it. I think it's gonna be this way. Yeah, I think so. It's gonna be a Merry Christmas indeed with this half a crown you give me. All right, number 16, here we come.
Scrooge was early at the office the next morning. Oh, he was very early there. If he could only get there first and watch Bob Cratchit coming late. That was the thought he had his heart set on, and he did it. Yes, he did it. The clock struck 9. No Bob. A quarter past. No Bob. He's a full 18 and a half minutes behind his time when he at last arrived.
Aha! Aha! What do you mean, sir, by coming in here at this time of day?
I'm sorry, very sorry, sir. I am behind my time, I know.
You are? I think you are indeed. Yes. Step this way, if you please.
It's only once a year, sir. It shall not be repeated, I promise you. I was making rather merry yesterday, sir.
Now, I'll tell you what. I'm not going to stand for this sort of thing any longer. And therefore, I'm going to raise your salary. A Merry Christmas, Bob.
What?
Oh, a merrier Christmas, Bob, my good fellow, than I've given you for many a year. Now, I'll raise your salary, and from now on endeavor to assist your family. And as for Tiny Tim, he will walk again. I just know it. Now, you needn't say a thing. Come with me. We will discuss the particulars over a bowl of Christmas punch yet this day before you dot another I, Bob Cratchit. Come.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all, and infinitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, and as good a man as the good old city knew. And it was always said of Ebenezer Scrooge that he knew how to keep Christmas well if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of us and all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.